Doing the mundane leads to the exceptional. My sweet husband and I are in the process of a whole house remodel. We are doing all the work ourselves, while we are living in it with our dogs and 2 of our 4 kids. Yeah, imagine that for a minute. To do this, we have each taken on jobs to help complete the big picture. One of my jobs is caulking the trim. All of the trim. It's a mundane task that leads to an exceptional final look in our rooms. Stick with me here, people, I'm going somewhere with this. Having freshly sanded and newly painted walls is like being in a fairy tale after living here for 15 years with 4 kids, friends of 4 kids, all of our animals, and a few roommates from time to time. To tell you that our walls were in dire need of some attention is putting it very, very mildly. Every step we have taken to bring our house back to life has proven to be very satisfactory. But it's the trim that really gets me wanting to just linger in the rooms with a cup of hot coffee and soak it all up. Having new painted trim adds value and visual enjoyment to the house, but it's that last 10% of effort, the careful caulking application, that makes all the difference in the world in the final look of the room. Here come the cliches. It's the extra mile, the whole 9 yards, that sort of thing that makes the room look spectacular. Life is full of mundane tasks: making your bed, cleaning the kitchen, doing the laundry. There are lessons to be learned in those mundane tasks. Those mundane tasks lead to bouts of satisfaction, and sometimes those bouts of satisfaction lead to the exceptional. Your creative process is riddled with mundane tasks. This is the one thing that most of us don't figure out at first, and sometimes never figure out. One of my least favorite but most rewarding mundane tasks is color swatches. Yep. I learned a few years ago from Miss K that this is the only place to start with any new pigment or art supply. Did you hear what I just said? It's the only place to start with any new pigment or art supply. I don't care if you got a brand new 96 box of crayons. If you want to do something spectacular on that coloring book page, you need to swatch all those colors. Taking the time to draw out tiny little boxes and apply even tinier amounts of color to those said boxes is not anyone's idea of a party. I get it. You have brand new art supplies and you want to dive right in. I get that too. In fact, it never even occurred to me to make a swatch until Kay made me start doing it. And to be honest, I thought it was a waste of time, and I was irritated about having to do it because I needed to learn something else from her, not how to make boxes. I'm not the Karate Kid. She's not the master, for crying out loud. Wax on, wax off. Draw a square, wax on. Fill it with color, wax off. I already know what yellow looks like. Why do I need to draw a freaking box and then paint yellow inside said box? But now, I appreciate how mundane making swatches really is. My creative soul appreciates seeing all the different colors you can make from one box of art supplies. I simply cannot begin to apply color to a new project until I have made plenty of swatches. The end. Doing the mundane is a beautiful thing. I'm sure most of you have heard the 10,000 hour rule. You know, the one that says it takes 10,000 hours to master a new skill. Well, while that information is correct if you're trying to become a concert violinist, it is not necessary if you are just looking to learn something new. Research shows that it only takes 20 hours to learn something new. So instead of looking at making swatches like it's some mundane chore, try seeing it this way. If you spend 5 or 10 hours making swatches, not only will you understand exactly how the pigment feels and what colors you can make, but you are halfway to learning a new skill in art. Learning a new skill leads to learning other new skills in your art. And this, peeps, is how doing the mundane leads to the exceptional. It's really that easy. You're welcome. Now stop whining about making mud and playing your colors. And tag us on Instagram so we can see your swatches. Love, Rio.